welcome to, I guess this is episode 3 now, when we've done the engine, we've done an inspection, and we are pretty happy with that. I've ordered some bits for it, so I haven't really spent any money on it before now because I didn't want to really invest any money until I knew exactly what state the engine was in. So now we know that we're going to go ahead with it, then we can start spending some money. Now, as I mentioned in a previous episode, I'm doing this on a budget. I'm trying to do this for as little as possible, for probably no other reason than I haven't got a load of money to throw at it. You know, these bikes in mint condition, with a degree of service history, looking at almost about $3 grand, to be honest with you, and they are a dying breed. There's some really good forums around there, but how often do you really see an 85 stock, GPZ 750R? So I want to try and do this bike justice, but I can't throw thousands and thousands of pounds at it. So I want to talk today a little bit about sourcing parts and where I am ultimately looking for these things. I've briefly mentioned before the tank, and Dan, who I rent space off here at DAC, this lovely guy here, he very kindly, he's breaking down a Mark 1 Golf, some guys probably know him, and he took the body away to get it sandblasted, and he very kindly took the tank with him as well. And if anyone looks on the YouTube channel, the Instagram even, it came back, and well, we've been using it as a sieve, to be honest with you, because you can see there, you can actually see daylight through it. That's how bad look at these little holes at the top there, you can actually see light passing through it. I'll get a right angle, there you go. So, yeah, all over it. Look at that. God, that's awful. So, the bike's been sat out for a long time. Interestingly enough, that's the left-hand side. So when the bike's sat on the kickstand, all of the water runs down into that area. So water's probably got into the tank from the top, and it's literally just sat on that left-hand side. Sometimes it comes through the bottom edge as well. So that's where most of the damage is done. You see the right-hand side is fine. It's just that left-hand side is looking knackered. Now, I instinctively went on eBay to try and find a replacement for that tank. Now, because it's the R, it's not the Unitrack, hasn't got that big plastic panel that sits on top of it, which years, other ones around that era had as well. I was very limited on options on eBay. So there was one on there which was £189, the right paint job, but it was £189, and it had dents in it. It was, there was no key for it. So, you're looking at another £30, £40 for a key and cap for it. So I've not been looking for GPZ parts before, so I was a bit of a loss to where to get them from. So I joined the forums on Facebook, and this bloke in Scotland basically messaged me going, I think I might have one for you. It's the wrong colour though, and I haven't got the key to the cap. Minor things, to be honest with you, really not bothered about that because it's going to get repainted anyway. And like I said, if it's not got the cap, then it's not got the keys, the cap's locked, so it might not be getting liquid in there or any moisture in there anyway. So I spoke to him, and he basically sold it to me for £30, which is unbelievable. Postage was like 18 quid from Scotland, so I gave him 50 quid, split the difference, and it arrived today, and it's even got some fuel in it. Absolutely spot on. I've even got the breather hose on it. It's got the sender on it as well. It's got a pet cock on it. So there's a little bit of something that's come loose, but it sounds like it's like a bolt or something in there, or maybe the keys, luckily enough. But I'm not too fussed about that because it is in brilliant condition. There's a little dent, well, it's a scratch, I think, so it's been knocked it just there. But, we're going to be stripping this all back anyway to give it new paint. So that's going to be an absolute blinder. So I'm well happy about that. So it just goes to show that if you're on the forums and you're just honest with people, say, look, I need help, I need this, can anyone help me? Now, interestingly enough, the radiator on the on the bike isn't looking tremendously brilliant as well. And I know that he had a radiator for it as well. So I just said, how much would it be for that? And I possibly need some new calipers, and brake lines for these things are really expensive. So I just wanted to know what condition his were and how good they are. And he's came back saying, I can have them all for 30 quid as well. So the forums, I used to be worried about forums especially when I was doing the XS, because I knew nothing about the bike. And I didn't want to get those freaking idiots that just all jump on there and, oh, those little keyboard warriors hammering you if you don't know something. I don't know everything about these bikes. I know very little about these bikes. A lot of this video is me learning things. So put that aside basically and just go, anyone got this? Anyone got that? And the same way that I've sold a load of parts for the XS as well on forums. There are people out there to help you. So, it's brilliant. There are some things that we do need some, new old stock or aftermarket new bits for, and one of which is the head gasket. And I'll be looking at getting a new sprocket, new chain, all those serviceable elements you really should change anyway. So 2 places where I found these to be really handy is GPZ Zone online with their website. Not had anything from them yet. They've been recommended to me again by the forums and Facebook. But this week I ordered the head unit, the head gasket and the bolts, and they came in no time at all from the awesome guys at Z Power. So Z Power Kawasaki, or you Google Z Power and they pretty much come up. These guys are based in Lancashire, so it's north of England really. And so these guys were running an offer at the time. So the head gasket and the head bolts, there's some plugs in here as well, which is great. All of them brand spanking new. With a discount, they did give me a discount. It's not some special or anything, they were just running a discount at the time. All of that came to about 150 quid. So we're gonna take this now over to Jim at Southside with the engine, and we're gonna do a video of getting this fitted basically. He's gonna be teaching me to do it, and you can learn at the same time as well, I guess. So he's gonna be doing this as a favor. I'll give him some cash for it as well. Like, if you've got mechanics mates, they're there doing their job, so I try and always pay them anyway. But so that's the next video for next week, and then we're going to be looking at the carbs after that as well. I'm going to go over to my mate Dale's place and see if we can strip those carbs down and have a look at those. So yeah, doing really well at the minute with finding parts. I'm pretty happy with it. If you get any recommendations for any place where I can get some, or if you've got some parts lying around which you might just want to say, you already need some handles or some bars or some rubbers and stuff like that. Rubbers I want to really replace. I want to get some decent new rubbers for it because they're looking a bit tired and stuff, and little things like that kind of make it for me. It's got all new paint, so it might have new rubbers as well. So yeah, we'll look at that next week. So next job, get this gasket.